Hello, I've missed you. I'm so happy to be back. You guys have actually seen several videos of mine, like the last 3 I had like fully filmed, and I had a lot of time on the trains, and so I did some editing there, and I was able to post like more regularly than I thought I would. So it worked out. But this is actually a dress that I bought while I was in Germany at a store called Ulla Popkin. It was just so magical. I'm gonna do a whole video. I only bought like a few clothing items, but just about Germany in general and our vacation. And I don't know how interested you'll be in it, but it's gonna come like later in the month. So today I am talking to you. Hey, today I am talking about a company called CurveSoul. They actually reached out to me like the day before we left. They were talking about Christmas clothing. They have some really cute Christmas items. And my concern was that if I didn't shoot until I got back, which I obviously could not, you know, would you have enough time to order? But they said that it takes about 7 days, that's their fastest shipping, to get to the US. So there is time. I just have to edit this in a timely manner. And at some point sleep. CurveSoul is a plus size shop. Their sizes 12 to 30. When they reached out, I was very taken with their Christmas clothes. I'm very taken with Christmas in general. In fact, my Christmas tree will soon be right here. I'm in a totally different spot than normal. It's not that different. I'm just normally filming on the other side of my fireplace, but our bags are over there and they're in the process of being unpacked, and it was way easier to just to film me here than rearrange all of that. So here we go. Let me show you some of the items that CurveSoul sent to me. Like I said, I talked to them the day before I left. Actually, while I was traveling, we paid for internet on the flight. I chose the items that I wanted, and then I got back. We picked up Lulu from my parents' house, and they collected all of our mail and everything and helped watch our house because they live like 8 houses away, and my package from CurveSoul was there. It all worked beautifully. I am gonna show you the items like in no particular order, just as I'm picking them up off the pack. Y'all, and I don't know that I've focused on this enough in my last videos, but my goal in all of this, and I know that I'm getting a lot of clothing come in. Like initially my goal was to find things that made me feel beautiful in my own skin. I wanted to see what plus size clothes were out there that can just make me feel comfortable, that I can put it on and I can smile. I want to twirl around in my living room and I just want to feel beautiful, because I really feel like 90% of being beautiful and the world seeing you as such is you feeling beautiful. And so that is completely my goal. So I've now gotten, I never would have heard of CurveSoul if they hadn't reached out to me, but I'm really excited that I did. And I hope that I find some gorgeous pieces in here. And I'll say, without trying them on, I think these are pretty fun. This is a really beautiful dress. It almost, I don't know, it really reminds me of a piece of furniture that my grandmother had, but that's in a good way, this complete nostalgic. She had very kind of Victorian pieces in her home, and it just feels elegant and vintage and lovely. It's kind of a velvet on top of a chiffon. Let me show you guys this. It's an orange and teal. It feels very fall or fancy winter. It looks to me like it's going to sit right below my bust, kind of like an impure waist. It's got a lot of stretch to it. And this one is a 3X 22-24. And it also has that, I say surplice. I've gotten corrected on it a lot, but I don't know how to say it any differently. Y'all are welcome to correct me. You keep on doing it. I'm gonna keep on saying it the way I think, but I say surplice. It cuts underneath my one breast, and that does good things for this apple body girl. I'm pretty excited about this. I think that it would be a beautiful dress to wear to a holiday party. It would be a really nice one to go on a holiday evening date. Yeah, I like it. This was the piece that made me say, yes, absolutely. I mean, how merry is this shirt? It's a sweater. It does have kind of a little bit of an itchy property to it, and it's a little shorter waisted than I thought, but look at these arms. It's kind of got Dolman style arms on a sweater. I'm really excited to see what this guy does. It is 100% acrylic, and I don't know, I really love it. And then what this was paired with, hang on, I gotta find them. I dropped them on the way. Okay, so what those were paired with were these faux leather crazy pants. Okay, these are so in this year. I saw several people on the trains and subways when I was in Europe wearing these guys, and most of the people that were wearing them had incredible figures. And so I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna do on my figure. I need to feel comfortable in it. I imagine that if I'm curious about it, some of you may be curious about it as well, because I've seen them in all kinds of places. But what I'm most interested in is how in the world you wash these bad boys. 98% polyester, 2% spandex. Huh. Okay, so it says to separate wash on the back side. So like pull it inside out. No soaking, no bleaching, no dry cleaning. Fascinating. The inside is very like a soft, almost like a sweatshirt, like the inside of a sweatshirt material, which I think is nice. I was worried it was gonna be like the cold plastic on the outside, but I do think these are interesting. But yeah, that's what it came with. And then I chose another bottom. We've got so many different eras coming back, but the 90s are totally doing it. Like I am positive that my mom had a skirt just like this in the 90s. It's got a slit in front. It's not totally long. It's definitely not knee length. It's doing total mom jean things, and I'm here for it. Now it's got a whole lot of stretch to it. Everything I ordered in a 22-24. So like I said, it's giving me total mom vibes. Because I'm a glutton for punishment, I went with another sweater dress. I'm determined to find the sweater dress. This was super adorable in the model. I really like the Fair Isle kind of print. I love that it's black and white, and I'm excited to see what it does. This one feels just as soft as it looked on the screen. I mean, it feels very soft chenille, both on the inside and the out. This piece of fabric is the same on both sides. I really, really love the way it feels, and I hope that it's not too clingy. It's got 3 little gold buttons on the side to give it a little bit of detail, and yeah. This was a dress that I absolutely could not pass up. It just looks like a fantastic Christmas ornament. I'll be hanging on my husband's tree. And so this is just like a red gathered. It's very thin, so some layers would be very well appreciated if it's cold. There's no lining at all, but you know what? I'm in Texas. That's pretty perfect. It's long and it has a really beautiful little smocked waist. So I'm hoping that this does good things for me, because this was one of my favorite ones that I saw when I was choosing. Last, I've got 2 layering pieces. This one felt a little bit more formal. It's got like a lot of doily qualities, which kind of feels Christmassy to me. It's got a little bit of a fancy element, so it's not gonna give you a lot of warmth. It's really just gonna kind of be a cute overpiece. I really think that this is sweet. Let me show you. All right, and last, I just went with something absolutely super fun. I wanted to see if this one did it shed? If this one shed? I know English, I promise. And it doesn't feel like it does, but it is just like a super nice, kind of cozy, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think that I would have ordered this if it hadn't been this kind of offer, but I love it. It looks like something that I'm going to want to throw on whenever it's chilly outside or chilly inside, and I just want to cozy up. Y'all, look at this. Does it? Okay, I was worried that it didn't have pockets. I'm like, there cannot be this coziness without pockets. So it does. It's got like these little front style pockets. It's kind of somewhere between like a brick red and a salmon pink. It looked a little more pink online, if my memory serves me well. I'll show you a picture, but it is so soft, and I'm kind of loving it. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna try on the first one and see how CurveSoul has done. I don't know, technically I think this is the first one. I'm gonna try on the second one. Okay, I love this one. This is totally a me red. I mean, I say that, but like, this was totally a me red. Every red is a me red, but it is just beautiful, and the gold in it. Okay, so what this reminds me of is, I used to bake, not like sort of bake, like I had a Texas cottage bakery. I would bake like 25 dozen cookies a week. They were very intricate, and my favorite thing about them was whenever I was finished with like the cookies and the decorating, I loved to put this edible gold on it. It was super expensive. You had to mix it with liquor, like, what do we buy? We bought this, we don't drink a whole lot of alcohol. Like, we're not anti-alcohol, we just don't drink a whole lot. And so I'd buy this great big thing of, I don't know, I'll have to show you a picture of it. It's got like a handle. And every time I go to the liquor store, because that's what you'd mix it in so that the liquor would all evaporate out. And so then whenever you painted it on, it'd leave the beautiful gold. But every time I go in the liquor store, they're like, are you sure that's what you want? And I'm like, I just use it to clean my airbrush and paint cookies. And they're like, oh yeah, clean your airbrush. I don't know, but that is what I used it for. I bought it by like the gallon. And so that's Totally off topic, but that's what this gold reminds me of. It reminds me of like a beautiful Christmas decorated sugar cookie. And I love the puffed sleeves. They unbutton, so in fact, it was very difficult for me to button. The cuff is very nice and wide, and then buttoned, I think that it looks very tailored. It has this really pretty little smocked waist, which I think gives me a waist. I'm an apple body. I'm trying to embrace it. I don't like being the fruit, but I'm okay with it. And like, I think I'd probably like it more if I was not the apple, which, like, if I had like the nice pear, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm a pear. I got some booty. But no, I'm like straight up and down. So it does give me the illusion of a waist, which I like. I think it's also really pretty in the back. The one thing that I wish this had was pockets. I hate it that they don't just like universally make dresses with pockets. And I think we're coming around, but because I see this as a more formal setting dress, I would have a bag with me and it would be all right. I think that this one is lovely. So far, it's my favorite. Okay, next outfit. Okay, be honest, are these pants too cool for me? You know what? I am impressed though that they're not like pulling at the seams. They're not stretching out crazy here. I was very worried about that because I didn't know exactly what this plastic would do. I think that they're really cool. I don't know. I really, really like this sweater. I don't normally like things that have a more cropped look, and I'm probably going to put it on with the skirt also. I don't know, there's something about this that I kind of like. You can kind of see on the back, it's like it's tight down on the bottom, and then when it comes up here, it's just incredibly loose and forgiving all on the arms. I don't know, it feels kind of that effortlessly casual. I'm also going to address my bare feet. I don't know what kind of shoes I would wear with these. I've got a lot of flats. I've got some red flats, but that does feel a little too matchy-matchy. These are what I was wearing earlier. They definitely don't go. And I'm wondering maybe if I got those in a black patent leather kind of thing, if that would work. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think. I should have put this on with the last one. It's a little too fancy for this. But I think that the juxtaposition of the, nope, not working. It can't fit over my giant sleeves. Okay, mom skirt for the win. I kind of adore this look. I mean, I think that I'm gonna try and go to the office tomorrow wearing this and see if I get any comments. When we flew back in, I had to go into the office because I'd been out for almost 2 weeks and put a few things in, and I did not, like, it took a lot for me to put a bra on, y'all. I didn't do my makeup, I didn't do my hair. I walked in and I work with my dad and brother, and my brother was like, what in the world? Because I think I was wearing jeans. He's not a jeans fan. And like a t-shirt that was Will Ferrell as Elf that said OMG. It's not the one that says Stanta on it. It's a different, so I'll have to see if this passes the jean test because it's like upscale jeans. It's a little fancy. I kind of really like this slit in the front. I think that's kind of fun. It gives it like a little bit of a sexy look, but I'm still feeling the mom. And then I think in the back, it does some nice things. It's almost got a pencil skirt quality, but it's not totally that either. I really do like the length. I'm 5'10", I say it all the time. It's nice, it's long, definitely not ankle length. I like it. I'm gonna try a different top. So when I opened this, I was hoping that it would fit a little bit looser and baggier, but I'm kind of glad that it doesn't. It's not like crazy body contouring to where you can like track all the bakeries that we stopped at while we were abroad, but it has a very put together look. I think that the buttons actually add quite a bit to it. They give it a little bit more sophistication, and it's not crazy long. I've got very long arms, so I think that if you were a little bit shorter, it would still probably work on you, but it doesn't upset me with the length. It is dreamy soft. Like if I'm contrasting the one that says Mary, I probably like the way that one looks better, but I love the way that this one feels. It's incredibly warm, and it is incredibly soft inside and out because the fabric's the same on both. I'm going to up the cozy. Whenever we flew in, it was like 76 degrees and miserably raining. This morning, whenever we opened the door, it was 47 degrees, which is shocking. So I'm in Houston, and that's not normal for us, but it's already warmed up to like 68. I would have loved to have had this out this morning. I didn't think to grab it because, well, I didn't know that that was what was in that package. So I think that this is so much fun. Like for sheer fun alone, I think that I needed this in my life. I might see if I can order the smallest one for my daughter and we can have little matchy ones. I don't know how much she'd like it, but it's happening. I really like both of these. In fact, I do like this whole outfit. This would probably be a little bit too much on the warm front for me, having both of them. I feel like soft all over. Okay, so did y'all watch Mean Girls? And you know Gretchen, and she's like trying to make fetch happen, and they're like, stop trying to make fetch happen. Well, sweater dresses for me are fetch, and I don't know if they're ever gonna happen. That's like me in sweater dresses. I'm like, I don't know, 1 for 10 or something. It's just, I think that maybe I just need to size up extremely. They seem to always be a little too short. They seem to always be too tight on my bust. They just don't normally do great things for my waist and belly. The back is incredibly short. I think maybe if I sized up, but maybe like 2 sizes, it could do cute things. I really wanted it to work and it did not. And it just wasn't meant to be. Okay, I really love this, and I think my husband's gonna love it more. I went in there and like tapped him and he gave me a wink. That's always a good sign. But it's got some really nice stretchy properties. It kind of gives me Downton Abbey vibes. I feel like I need like a shorter hairstyle and some kind of little hat with some feathers. But I think that this just feels effortless and elegant. It's got this shimmer to it because of the velvet that I think is just lovely. So depending on where light is falling is what you're actually gonna see. It does have a pretty generous slit, which I guess maybe youthens it up a little bit. Some people aren't gonna like the slit. I understand, that's fine. But I kind of do. and really, it's just very soft. I think that it's cut very nicely for me. It does have this little modesty button, modesty snap. And so unsnap, that's what it looks like. Probably I would unsnap it and tack it just a little bit lower because a lot of times these modesty snaps give me just a little bit of gaping right here, and I'm not super wild about it. And plus I'm all right showing just a little bit more skin. I think that that's really nice. I really like the kind of balloony sleeves. This makes me feel elegant. It doesn't give me any kind of self-conscious feelings whatsoever. And yeah, I think that it's lovely. If I had to choose one item from this box, it would probably be a battle between this dress and this dress. I think that these are both lovely. I really also love the Mary sweater. I loved my mom's skirt, which is a definite keeper for me. I thought that this green one felt amazing. And then this fluffy jobby was so awesome. I really love the way that it feels. I could probably take it or leave it when it came to like the leather-like pants. I felt like they weren't breathable enough for me. I may have to play around with them and see about maybe a longer shirt and see what that does. But I don't know that I needed them in my life. I'm glad to have them, but I wouldn't go out seeking them. And the sweater dress is a no. Oh, I almost forgot this guy. So I did not try this on with anything. What I would most likely use this for is like a strappy dress. So I would not wear it with the dress I'm currently wearing, but you'll be able to see because of the contrast with the print looks like. So if I had something where I wanted to kind of conceal my arms, I was wearing something that was strapless or had cap sleeves, and I would just feel more comfortable with it. I think it'd be a good item for my closet to where it still feels fancy, so it doesn't have like a dowdy cardigan feel. I could go somewhere like church or a tea or a nice restaurant and I wouldn't feel like I'm throwing on. Yeah, so that's where I think that this absolutely has its place. I hope that you guys enjoyed CurveSoul. I'm gonna have all of these things linked below. They're not affiliate links, so I don't get anything from it, but if you do decide to purchase from them, I would love it if you use the links so that they would know, that I sent you. And please let me know your thoughts. If there's anything that you particularly liked, if there's anything that you particularly didn't, if you thought, wow, Meredith, the length of that sweater dress is amazing on you, I don't know what you were thinking, tell me about it in the comments. I bet I'm not getting that comment. But overall, I am pleased, and I love that they have a beautiful Christmas collection. I love that they have a beautiful Christmas collection. Hey, if you will give me a thumbs up, Leave me a comment. Those things help me tremendously. Merry Christmas until I see you again, and I will see you in the next one.